Gulf Bank based in Kuwait has filed a complaint with Kerala police against 1,425 expatriate Keralites who took loan from the bank and ran away from Kuwait. All media in Kerala have reported this news. The reports say the amount due to Gulf Bank is rupees 700 crores. The reports have also added that uh, now banks in not just in Kuwait, but banks in some other Gulf countries also refuse to give loans to Keralites. The report said the same cheating, swindling has happened in other GCC countries also. Keralites were welcomed by GCC countries because of three factors. Arabs used to say that Keralites are decently educated, number one. The second factor was Keralites were trustworthy or honest, and Keralites were hardworking. That was the reputation of Keralites. There is a saying in English that if character is lost, everything is lost. Kerala doesn't have enough jobs to provide all educated Kerala youth. So that is why youth from Kerala go abroad in search of greener pastures. Though the migration pattern has changed of late, a majority of Keralite expats still work in GCC countries. Now, if the reputation is lost, then they will be unwilling to accept Keralite workers in the coming days. This is a very sad situation. What has happened to Keralites? Why did the people who were considered to be honest, who had certain values till the other day, deteriorated? One of the reasons I think is the existing hypocrisy in Kerala. That is one of the main reasons. Second is, there is a tendency for Keralites to indulge in a cozy life. The standard of living is very high in Kerala. People take loans from others and financial institutions not because they don't have anything to eat or drink. Actually, they take loans to indulge in a cozy life and they find it difficult to repay it. This is the situation. I think the left movement in Kerala or the communist movement in Kerala, which often claim to have reformed Kerala society and redefined the society, needs to answer. Because reformation is not just doing away with certain kind of inequalities. You have to inculcate values also in the minds of people. Otherwise, you cannot retain this. The communist movement, I think, has failed in that. Many people who take loans, not just who are working in Gulf, they are even inside the state, they refuse to repay. And the high suicide rate in Kerala is because of the financial crisis. As a state, the Kerala is mired in debt. The state is in financial crisis. The state just blames the center. Now, it's not just the state, even individuals are in crisis. This is what this says. Let's take a closer look into what in the emerging social situation. Welcome to Insights. This is Hari Kumar. Let's continue with the news. Newspapers have reported that of the 1,425 people who took loans, rupees 700 crore worth loans, and ran away from Kuwait, almost 720 people have been working in health ministry of Kuwait as nurses. Nurses in Kuwait are decently paid. I am sure that even the junior most nurse would have got around 60 to 70,000 rupees as salary, in addition to free housing. Accommodation is one of the costliest problem issues in GCC. So if you are getting free accommodation, it means that almost the entire amount you get can be saved. Food cost is much very low in GCC countries. If you are working in a hospital, there are chances that there is a canteen there, and you would be getting at least free food at least one time in a day. So why I said this? Because those who took loans and refused to repay are not just poor people. Like what I said earlier, they might have used this money to indulge in luxurious life. They might have built huge palatial houses in Kerala. They might have used this money to go to a foreign trip to buy costly items. This is happening in Kerala. People take loans not just for eking out a life. This is for indulging in luxury. If you give loans to somebody, then almost 99% of people refuse to return. I have worked in Gulf and I have given loans to compatriots, and I had many bad experiences. Later I decided that I won't give loan to any Keralite. If I find somebody in difficulty and if I have got money, I will donate him. And I tell him, this is not for returning, this is a donation. Because I know very well that if I give loans to somebody, and then I ask, then they will come up with a whataboutery. They will ask why, what is happening in India. Banks are giving loans to rich businessmen and they refuse to pay. Then the banks won't seize their assets. Such logic they will give you. They never think that it's a sin, it's a bad thing, it's a vice. They never accept this. This is where the value system comes into play. It was a left movement that inculcated a feeling or a thought in the minds of people that those who have money to spare are exploiters, and there is nothing wrong in robbing money of them. So many people have absorbed this. They have swallowed this ideology hook, line and sinker, and that is why they refuse to repay. Now there is a fair amount of duplicity also in Kerala. The communist movement, though they claim to be communist movement, their leaders go to US or UK for treatment. Their children are studying there. Their children live outside Kerala, and they will come up with some whataboutery to justify their misdeeds. And there are many takers for these misdeeds in Kerala also. Everybody tries to fool someone else. This is the reason for the large number of Ponzi schemes in Kerala. You find every year you find that a big financial firm has collapsed, and they would say they have gone bankrupt. Many of them get arrested also. These Ponzi schemes are there. They promise huge returns, an interest of 20 to 25%. People go and deposit their money them, and when these financial institutions collapse, and they lose money, the hard-earned money which they might have taken a lifetime to save that much money, and they lose everything. So this is common in Kerala. This is the reason is, when you progress, you need to inculcate values in the minds of youngsters, people. It's these values that sustain a society. Now Kerala has become a broken society. The state itself is in debt. Now the communists, what they do? They blame the center for that. They say central government has taken away our share in taxes, and that is why we don't have money. This whataboutery, this is common. Another aspect is that this hypocrisy they inculcated in the minds of people. Though people claim to be progressive and communist, actually they indulge in consumerist life. They want every good item in the world. There is a craze for foreign items. It's not just now. Even from 70s it was there. You'd see many people selling smuggled foreign goods. I used to see that in cities like Thiruvananthapuram or Kochi earlier. Now it is available everywhere. Then, almost 60% of households have got a car, though you don't have the money to maintain it. Even to maintain a car, you will take loan from somebody. So this is the situation. Not because I can understand if somebody doesn't repay a loan just because he has got nothing to eat. It's not because of that. He want to indulge in a luxurious lifestyle, and that is the simple thing. You are Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You play these dubious roles. This is why you are a progressive during daytime. At nighttime you are a capitalist. You are a consumerist. The cost of living is very high. Nobody is willing to eat common food. Everybody wants to splurge money on food items. They want to splurge money on luxury items. You have money for all that, but you don't have money to repay. This is the problem. The society actually needs introspection. I remember reading in media that in early 2000, there was a collapse of an institution in United States owned by a Jew. I'm not blaming Jewish community. It's with a particular purpose that I named his religion. The man who owned the company was Bernie Madoff, and Madoff ran a Ponzi scheme and that collapsed. Influential Jews in United States and from elsewhere from the world, they had a closed door meeting in United States during that time. And they thought, why a Jew indulged in such an act? Jews were famous for running financial institutions, banks, etc. There have been complaints that they charged high interest rates. Jews were often accused of usury. They were often accused of exploiting people by charging high interest. That was all there. But they were never accused of swindling people. They were never accused of running Ponzi schemes. So that was why Jewish organizations met. And they took an introspection. Why a Jew did that? I think they have come up with reasons and they have taken corrective steps also. I think Kerala needs that. I have seen many people taking loans, and eventually, in the beginning, they will refuse to repay. Then they will fight with the banks. They will fight with the financial institutions. Eventually, when cases are filed with the police and courts, and when the order is against them, they will find that those who pretended to support them, those who induce them to fight, and they leave one by one. They become helpless eventually. What happens? Eventually they commit suicide. The sad thing, I want the state to come out of this vicious circle. I hope some organization, some social organization will take the lead. Let's hope for an introspection and a better tomorrow where we keep certain values. Thank you, and meet you with another topic next time. Till then, goodbye.